Hey there, it's Megan with Parks Elevated Design. Today I'm doing a bit of a Sunday reset to get us ready for the week ahead. First, I'm just cleaning out the kitchen so I can work in here. I'll be making some pumpkin pancakes for my daughter. We're doing baby led weaning, so it's nice to just have something quick to grab on those busy mornings. I don't like to do a ton of stuff on Sunday because we do use it as a day to kind of recharge, but it is nice to get the house ready so as Monday comes, everything feels clean and like we can just get started with our work week. First, I'm getting all the ingredients out so I can make the pumpkin pancakes. I'll link the recipe below if you're interested. It's my first time making it, but they turned out pretty good and my daughter seems to enjoy them. If you're like me, you have to pull your hair out of the way, or else it's going to be all over everything, and it might even get in the food, which is gross. This recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of quick oats, teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Once I had all the dry ingredients together, I just kind of mixed them up before I added the wet ingredients. Now I'm adding in 2 eggs, a 1/2 cup of the pumpkin puree, also some vanilla extract. I actually make my own because it saves money. This jar or bottle I think is on its 3rd rotation, so I put the vanilla beans in the jar, fill it up with either vodka or rum, and then you let it sit for about 6 months and shake it occasionally so it kind of infuses. And then as it gets lower, maybe around a 1/2 or a 1/4 left, I just fill it back up with alcohol and let it sit for another 6 months. So it's been nice because I have a rotation of 3 bottles of vanilla extract, and each one I'll use and then refill it, and I think I'll get about 3 uses out of those vanilla beans in each of the bottles. Since the goal today is to clean up, I'm trying to clean as I go, so it's not a big task after we finish cooking here. Gotta rehydrate. This is like my version of the Stanley Cup. It's just so nice to have a big thing of water at the house, so you could just fill it up once and be good for a couple hours. So I'm doing a test pancake here since I've never made this recipe. I just want to make sure that the heat's right and that they'll cook properly. For the baby led weaning version, I did 1/8 of a cup to measure out the pancakes. That way I can slice them down the middle in half and she'll be able to hold them. I had to do some baby duty things, so my husband was able to finish that first pancake, but it seemed like it cooked just fine, so now I can go ahead and make the rest of the batter. We just bought this oven recently when we moved into the house about 1.5 years ago, and I've never had this middle griddle section, but it is so nice to be able to cook pancakes, eggs, grilled cheese, just anything on it that you need to toast. And it's just been really nice to cook a big batch of pancakes at one time for her. Also, I've been making English muffins, so I've been able to cook a big batch of them on the griddle and not have to spend a bunch of time doing several batches. I'm a first-time mom, so it's been interesting, to say the least, just to figure out how to work in the kitchen again, having a baby. So now that she's 8 months old, she's able to crawl around and just kind of hang out at my feet while I cook. But those first, 5 to 6 months were really tough because you just felt like you couldn't get anything done. But now it's been a lot of fun because she can, be a part of it, and I can enjoy cooking and, spending time with her at the same time. So now it's nap time for her, and the pancakes are finished, so I'm going to go ahead and do some cleaning around the kitchen to get ready for the week. So our stove, I maybe clean it once every other week. It gets really gross in between, and I'm embarrassed to say, but it's just, it's just a lot of work to take those grates off and clean underneath it. So today I'm taking the time to just do a quick cleaning. I'm not even deep cleaning. I just spent about 5 minutes, spraying off the grates and then wiping down the, underneath the grates so the oven looks clean, and it'll be great for the week ahead of cooking meals for my family. I've been getting in the habit lately of wiping my counters down every day. I didn't used to do it, and I don't know if it was like pre-baby, it just didn't get as dirty, but it seems like now I'm always in a rush making a mess on the counters, so it's really nice to just get them wiped down. And then after I do the counters, I also really like to clean my sink out every night. That's something that I've just started. Before I felt like I didn't have the time or energy to do it, but maybe within the past, month, I've been cleaning my sink out every evening just so it's nice and clean to start the new day. And I also try to split tasks throughout the week so it's not one big cleaning day. So for example, on Sundays I do a quick dust and vacuum, and then the rest of the week I do the other things like changing the trash, wiping the mirrors down. So it just makes it seem more attainable. Now I'm going to make a cup of decaf coffee. I actually stopped drinking caffeine a few years ago. I have it occasionally, but I used to be a caffeine addict for 10 years, had to have it or I would get a headache. But I was able to break that addiction, which was actually really hard. So I've been drinking decaf for the past few years, and I've gone one step further, and I actually don't even drink coffee in the mornings. I try to start my day off with something else, and then coffee is like my afternoon treat. I also have a bit of a sweet tooth, so in the afternoons, this is one of the treats I like to make. Since I have the leftover pumpkin open, I'm making pumpkin yogurt mousse, which I'll link the recipe below. It's on my blog. You just put plain yogurt, pumpkin puree, a little bit of maple syrup, chocolate chips, and then you can throw some pumpkin spice seasoning on it if you want. But it's just really easy and pretty healthy. You get some protein through that yogurt and not too much sugar with the maple syrup. So it's just a really nice way to treat yourself in the afternoon without feeling guilty. I hope you enjoyed watching the Sunday Reset and that you were able to get some stuff done in your own house to prepare for the week ahead. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.